Hello, and welcome to another episode of SEMA on the Move. Can you guess where I am today? Yes, I am back at the historic Devon House, the home of George Stiebel, Jamaica's first Black millionaire. So come along with me and tour this beautiful mansion. I purchased the guided tour right there on site at Devon House for $24 US. And we had a guide who led us through each of the rooms, explaining the significance of the rooms, the different artifacts, and what was original to the house and what was a replica. So the guide did a great job explaining everything, and it was so wonderful being in the home. You feel like you're back in time. So let me tell you a little bit about George Stiebel. He was born in 1820 and died in 1896. He built Devon House in 1881. George Stiebel was the son of a German Jew and a Black Jamaican mother. And as we were learning more about him, the guide did not really get into the fact that his mom was an enslaved woman. She just said that she was a Black woman. And that was interesting to me. So I wanted to find out a little bit more about how this union came to be. George Stiebel was born in 1820. During that time, it was still legal to have slaves in the British Empire. So I wanted to find out more if his mother was a free Black woman or she was an enslaved woman. So I did some Googling, which brought me to JamaicaGreatHouses.com. And on that site, they hypothesized that because of the timing of his birth, it was likely that George Stiebel's mom was a house slave. The site goes on to say that because of George Stiebel's father's Jewish tradition, he did take responsibility for his son and moved him into the main house. So how did George Stiebel accumulate all of his wealth to become Jamaica's first Black millionaire? Well, he started off as a carpenter, and then his father got him an apprenticeship as a shipbuilder. He then gave him money to be able to buy his first ship, and he got into shipping. Later in life, he went to Venezuela and was able to hit it big in the gold rush, and that is where he accumulated most of his wealth. So who lived at Devon House with George Stiebel? So he lived at Devon House for 10 years with his wife Magdalene, their daughter Teresa, and her husband Richard Hill Jackson, who had also become mayor of Kingston. During this time, Richard and Teresa had 6 children, and they all lived at Devon House. And the source for this information is JamaicaGreatHouses.com. After the death of George and Magdalene, the mansion was sold 2 times. First to Reginald Melhado in 1923, and then to Cecil Lindo in 1928. Devon House is the last of the 3 elaborate homes built on the corner of Trafalgar Road and Hope Road that was known as Millionaire's Corner. Devon House was declared a national monument in 1990 by the Jamaica National Heritage Trust. I enjoyed the mansion tour, learning about history and learning about the accomplishments of George Stiebel, what he was able to accomplish as a Black man during a very difficult time for Black people in Jamaica's history and in the world's history. Would you do the mansion tour? Keep in mind that there's stairs there's no elevator, and there's also no AC. But despite all of that, it was absolutely worth it, and it led me to do further research. Thank you again for joining me for another episode of Seema on the Move. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts about the mansion tour. Thanks again for watching.